Dani Behr shot to fame on Channel 4's The Word in 1992, but has since made a huge career change. The 90s glamour model launched her reputation as a lads' mag favorite, gracing the covers week in and week out. But after a stint as a model and presenter, Dani flew to the US and started a family. The mother of two now has a completely different crowd, but many will remember her as one of the original WAGs. In the late 1990s, Dani was in a relationship with Manchester United star Ryan Giggs, but they split after a year, with Dani claiming football manager Alex Ferguson had made it difficult for them to do long distance. "I lived in London and Ryan was in Manchester and he didn't like his team travelling a long way, so that was difficult. He controlled Ryan," she told the Mirror in 2015. "I got so much attention then, I was never out of the papers. I guess we were the first showbiz footballer couple, so there was a huge interest in us." After Giggs, she went into a 4-year romance with Spurs and England star Les Ferdinand, but it ended after he was pictured leaving a hotel with another woman. "It was awful, one of the most awful moments of my life," Dani said. "I was heartbroken." Then she took another hit when she was axed by the BBC in 2002. Dani was hosting CBBC's The Saturday Show when she did a racy interview with Maxim magazine and dished on having really seedy, but great sex in an NCP car park. "I travel a lot, so the hotel phone tends to get a little heated," she teased, quipping that her husky voice was ideal for phone sex. In the chat, she also revealed a crush on actress Sharon Stone and detailed her fantasy: "She's the sexiest woman I've ever met. Although she never uncrossed her legs for me, I'd go for her." At the time, The Guardian reported that BBC's head of children's TV, Nigel Pickard, branded the comments inappropriate for a children's presenter. Mr. Pickard admitted the show was attracting more students and not enough kids. He said, "The Saturday Show was pitched a little bit old. The holy grail is to get the student audience as well as the 6-year-olds watching." But thankfully for Dani, it wasn't the end of her presenting career, and she nabbed a job hosting U.S. entertainment show, Extra, in Los Angeles. It was in LA that Dani met restaurateur Carl Harwin and they tied the knot in 2005, before welcoming children Coco, now 18, and Zane, 15. The pair relocated to Sydney, Australia, before Dani tried to relaunch her career in the UK by taking part in I'm a Celebrity. Get Me Out of Here in 2008. Though, she was the second contestant to be evicted. Dani and Carl split in 2014 and she told Hello! Magazine that they had nothing in common. "We'd been growing apart for some time," she said. "We moved to Costa Rica and Australia and, as Carl works such crazy hours, he'd often get home at 11 p.m. and leave before the kids, and I woke up the next morning. It was very isolating. I was like a single parent from the beginning. What I learned from my Carl is that opposites attract, at first. Later, you realize that you need to have things in common." In 2015, Dani followed in her father's footsteps and retrained as an estate agent in LA. Now, she runs her own agency selling multi-million-pound properties to the stars. "I was once hanging out with the most famous people in the world, dating sportsmen and socializing with the trendiest bands. Now I sell houses to them. It's funny how things work out," she told the Mirror. "I was never comfortable with the fame thing, it was never anything I really wanted, and plus, my father's delighted. He says he is so happy that finally I have got a proper job. She added, as you get older, it is harder to find a job in television, especially in the US. The work dries up, and very quickly. I'm a single mom now, so I need regular money coming in, money I can rely on, just as any mother would need. I also need a job I can do for the next 20 years or so. I am relieved that nobody cares about what I do anymore. I don't care if people think I'm not famous anymore, or if they laugh at me. I learned not to care what people thought about me a long time ago. My kids come first and I need to make sure they have a roof over their heads. Dani now lives in an exclusive suburb in Bel Air and has been in a relationship for the last 2 years, but has kept her mystery man out of the spotlight and doesn't name him on social media. Having done a full circle, she regularly appears as a US showbiz correspondent on ITV's Lorraine.